Oh no, my poor little hot dog, hell hog, is not gonna survive this. Time to show everyone in the competition why I'm a part of the Global Paleogenetics Defense Force. What are there? Hey, I see you. I see you trying to. I see you. I see you clicking off this video. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Even if you are, I better see that like button be clicked by you, or even that subscribe button. Anyways, to fight a lizard, you need a mammal. To fight a mammal, you need a lizard. To fight both, you need a combination of both. And that's why I'm using Paleoloxodon as the base. Paleoloxodon has been substituted in for Brontosaurus. This is just a retheming of my beautiful, beautiful baby boy, Sorbet, my beautiful bestest hybrid, that basically just looks like this one, but with osteoderms and a lot of less genomes. So Paleoloxodon has been used for the hind limbs, the base, and for the muscles to attach to those spinal ridge. Also, I'm debating on whether the tusks, but we're not going to add those anyways. Hello, editing warp trip here. I know it's very late after submission due date. I'm very sorry. Multiple things have been complicating my release date, like a vacation, procrastination, constant redoing of the drawing. This is not the final video, nor is that the final design. So basically, this is just a video to get it out, and there will be a follow-up pretty soon. Basically, the follow-up will just be this video, but edited. So Deinocheirus will be used for the large tail, the increased hump size for muscle attachments, and the arms, I guess. Not the arm muscles, nor the muscles, the attachment points and the muscles. And the arms, not the muscles. Sorry. So basically, it's the framework, not the building material. Barneysuchus is used for the capability of sealing its nostrils and nictitating membrane eyes, because it's a crocodilian relative, what do you expect? And also the teeth. So this hybrid can have some pretty mean gnashers. Pachyrhinosaurus is used for the big bulbous nose, the jaw structure, and the frill, also the frill horns. Mind you, not a nose horn, but a frill horn. I'll get into that later. It is also the second and final pre-asteroid dinosaur animal. So, there we go. Yay. Oh yeah, before I forget, my friend, if you will allow it, my friend, Peter, is still working on his hybrid. There was a complication that happened, and so he couldn't send me the genome, and all of the problems, well, not all the problems, but some other problems as well that I'm not going to get into much. Yeah, it's been very annoying here at the labs. So, Elasmotherium, the longhorn variant, the slightly inaccurate variant, has been used for its very long horn, so it can stab, so it has a long-range weapon on its head. Also, the hump will be used. The muscles on the hump will be used to redirect some of the muscles to help with the head, because having giant headgear isn't that good when you're a big animal and you have nothing to support it with. Mongoose is used for the venom-resistant neurons. I learned that from Wildcrats. And for the ferocity of fighting a snake hybrid. I see you. I see what you did. Yeah, great concept, bad execution, especially in a Cenozoic war. I am very sorry that I have to make 3 videos on my. Well, one of them was our hybrids, but 2 videos on my 2 hybrids, and I have to make like a full freaking video and late and all those. Again, I'm sorry, just like the post. Shameless self-promo, but go check out the post and like it that I sent out. It's, anyways, I'm very sorry for making a video way past the due date. This is basically just like a resubmission, so basically, what I'm envisioning is, I have this test, I fail horribly, and then I have a retest, and I accidentally and I forgot to do the retest, and now I do the retest nowadays. I'm envisioning it, like how this is playing out. Komodo dragon has been added for the, well, I guess venom resistance as well, and the iron coated teeth. Well, not coated, more like serrated. Iron serrated teeth. Also the venom. This was replaced with Short-tailed Shrew after a revelation of that one YouTuber, that one guy with a dinosaurs for a head. Nice. Thank you for this. They didn't suggest this. I'm just using their video knowledge. Not everything on the internet you see is correct, kids. Oh yeah, I'm also using it for the claws. I'm using it for the claws and the weird and their thumbs ish. Definitely not me right now. Trust me. Oh, so chimpanzee has been used for the thumb, and the and the muscles. This is the building material, basically. Oh, my friend just sent me something, or one of the heads of the lab sent me something, which we are friends. So, anyways, yeah. So it's been used for the thumb, the flatness of the finger nail, and the thumb on the thing. As you can most likely tell by now, this video was not finished most of the time. I agree. So basically, I filmed the first 2 parts of this video and made the very last part before the due date, and finished the hybrid before the due date, procrastinated, something got in my way, and then here we are now. So the Thorny Devil has been added for the spines in replacement of the once Borealopelta, because this hybrid is a modified version of Sorbet, my loving child. I love him so much. If any harm falls to my beautiful Sorbet, I will personally lose it. Anyways, Thorny Devil has been added in place of Borealopelta because those spines are very spiny, and based off of multiple images I have seen, almost every single scale has been sharpened. Again, almost. That's why I'm going to use another contributor for complete sharpness. Mind you, this design that's at the very end is not the actual design. I've already told you this. Get it? View link, I guess. Also, it's been added for color changing. Thorny Devils can color change. It's a bit loose. It's not like camouflage. It's more like just, ooh, I'm red, rah. I turned red. I increased my saturation. Grr. Mylodon has been added for the special osteoderms that they have underneath their skin. So basically, you got scales, and then you got osteoderms underneath those scales. Because scales are above skin, and the osteoderms of Mylodon are under/in the skin. This kind of reminds me of Vettel Rex. Oh my goodness, the glaze some of those people. The people had so much glaze for that guy. That's a fictional animal, by the way. Oh my goodness. The days before Roblox was turned evil. At the shareholders, I guess. So Camel has been added for the sealing of the nose. Barney Sucus can't do that because it's a terrestrial animal, and it probably would have de-evolved that. And also, the intense eyeballs. That was unintentional. Because I had to re-record this. Anyways, it's also for the throat. So camels have been especially adapted to eat cactuses and other spiny fruits, fruits and foods in the desert. There's at least one fruit that I know of that's in the desert. Uh, so yeah. So if it bites onto an opponent that's spiny, like a Turnus, Pyrorex, the spines won't do that much to it, especially due to the fact that well, Wikipedia calls it thick leathery lining, allowing them to chew thorny plants. The thick leathery lining will help them. There's two, help them not die because of spines. Kia has been added for brain power. I know, crazy, right? It's one of the most smartest parrots, wild parrots. So basically, it's been added for intelligence, that beak, and bite force. Parrots have the strongest bite force of any bird that I have researched. Now, let me just pull it up again. What bird has the strongest bite force? Ostrich. The ostrich. Where is it? So basically, I'm using parrots for their big, strong bite force. The Kia for its big, strong bite force of breaking nuts. Just like how I'm gonna break you with telling you to not subscribe channel, YouTube, subscribe, click the white subscribe button if you're in dark mode, and make it gray. I need those subscriptions. Am I losing it? Or is this more than 15 contributors? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. Anyways, the Texas spiny lizard. I know, this totally... Okay, so funny thing is, this is sort of a reference to the fact that I live in Texas. But it's also sort of but it's also pretty useful. So, apparently these guys can color change as well for camouflage, but I haven't found any real proof of that, so... Thorny Devil Intimidation Display it is. Okay, so Texas Spiny Lizard has been added for spines. Oh, yeah, Thorny Devil color change because it's compatible with scales. Also because it's spiny. Oh, so Texas Spiny Lizard has been added for complete spininess. So if you somehow break every single large spine, you're still gonna deal with the smaller ones and the fragmentation and the osteoderms and all those fragmentation into the larger spines because spines are gonna break into jagged pieces. Cassowary has been added for the hollow crest thing that they have. I'm not searching up the name. You're not forcing me to do that. So this has been added to help hollow out and lighten the load on the big head that muchachos have. There is multiple of them, 2 to be exact. I'll get into that later. So it has been added also for the feathers, the weird feather nub things that they have. It's not shown in this picture, but they have. If you search up cassowary on the internet, on like Google, I'm pretty sure you will find they have like weird. They have 3, 4, 5 claws on each feather, and I will be using that. Well, not claws, feather scythe things, and I will be using that with a combination of the scales. Like basically, those feather scythe things will be reinforced by the scales. They will basically be turned into scales. So they will be used as extra weaponry in case the main claws break off. Also, because they chant funny, like they go, and like the claw that they have. Yeah, weirdly they have a claw. Neolamia has been added for that insane head crest. Look at that head crest, bro. That is. Say that to me with a serious face, like you actually 100% mean it, and not as a joke. That is not overkill. Especially the fact that they live on a tiny island. Wait, do they? I haven't done much research on them besides big crest. It has been added for the bigness of the crest. It has been added to biggening the crest, and also for the tail club that they have, because it's a close relative of what's his name? Mahelania. Maeloania. You're a lot bigger than I originally thought. Oh, yeah, so basically, they're close relatives, and Neolania has a big tail club, and this also has a big tail club, but also with a big frill. So, more defense. Dude, excuse me, I burped. Due to the fact that this video had to be rushed, I'm not gonna put out all the stats. I'm gonna say them out loud from this. I'm gonna base them on Paleoloxodon. So the size is 12.4 tons. That's for cooperation. If someone maxes out the size, looking. Hold on, I'm looking for the other. I'm sorry, this has to be super rushed because it's 11 days off of the due date. Aha! So it's gonna be. Let me just. 15 feet tall at the height of the. Crud. It's 15 feet tall at the tip of the the muscle hump, and I guess 16 feet if you include the false head that he has, which also I'm going to be replacing with muscle. I am maxing out this thing just like I did with Storbat. The horn is not entirely hollow, just like the parts that touch the beak that are hollow. The claws, the weird dark blue things on the claws, the Wolverine claws, basically, they will be moved to the ankle or elbow. This part of the lower part of the arm, not the hands. That would be counterintuitive. And also the thumb will be moved slightly along with the tail spines. Oh yeah, also every single scale on this guy's body will also be slightly altered to where it is the spine to where it is relatively consistent with Thorny Devil spines, but in between the Thorny Devil spines there are Texas Spiny Lizard scales. Oh wait, the length. Length of a what? Ew. Let me just. So, I'm correct. Paleoloxodon. I'm just gonna go with Nigersaurus. Dude, why is length of a Nigersaurus Python, or length of insert thing Python? I am very sorry, but this video has to be rushed, so I don't get to do any research. Prehand. No, I don't wanna. Alright. I'm just gonna search up 14 meters and see how big that is. Length. Yeah, I kind of want to put him at 14 meters, but I kind of think that's an underestimate. Never mind. He's 14 meters. Oh wait, that would... I'm just gonna make him hollow. He's also hollow. Hollow thanks to Dinosaurs and Pachyrhinosaurs. So, yeah. I might want to decrease his size a little bit, actually. You know what? He's gonna be... Actually, yeah, he's gonna be 14 and... 4... If I make him 14 by 14, then he would be a square. Would he not? 13 by 14 meters. Oh, 13 feet by 14 meters.